Mapping Tonal Harmony Pro uses AI players to create the voicings for the piano or guitar accompaniment. Each player has a specific voicing style and voices the chords in the progression using different voicings. The current player loaded into the app is always shown here. To change the AI voicings player, click on this button. There's a description of the rules each player uses to voice the chords. So if I choose Duke, this is how he plays All the Things You Are. Let's change it to Bill. And Bill likes upper structures and full voicings. So now the song sounds like this. You have voicings from piano players and guitar players. But notice that if I choose Joe, for example, and play, the voicings are now Joe's guitar voicings, but the instrument sound is still a piano. You can change the accompaniment instrument to guitar here. This allows you to have guitar voicings played on a piano, or a Rhodes if you want, or vice versa. Let's load Duke back and change the sound to piano. You can further tweak the range available to Duke to create his voicings with these sliders. Middle C is 60. And if I change the top range to 96, now Duke has more range available for his voicings. In fast songs with lots of chords like Blues for Alice, you can force the player to play all the chords in the changes at least once. Or you can turn that off, and now the player just plays some of the chords, leaving more space. In styles like bossa nova, you can make the player prioritize repeated voicings if you want. The player also have the liberty to approach chords chromatically from above or below. You can turn that option off here, and now the player will only play the chords in the progression without adding any approach chords. And the same goes for the bass player. You can allow the bass player to include chromatic approaches on the walking bass, or just play chord tones and diatonic passing notes with this button here. It's also worth mentioning that when you click on the chords in the map or the score, the voicings are also played by the current player. It is really important to understand the AI players use all the harmonic information to decide how to voice the chords. For example, in a G7 flat 9 paired with the Mixolydian flat 9 flat 13 scale, a player will also considering including the flat 13, even though it's not showing in the chord symbol. This is how real players voice chords. All available tensions are there as possible candidates to be used in their voicings. So don't worry if a chord just says G7 flat 9. If it's paired with the Mixolydian flat 9 flat 13, then the flat 13 will also be used in the voicings. Another important feature is that if you load or create a progression in a different style, like late classical, the list of available players will be completely different. If I load Beethoven's Symphony No. 1, for example, you can see that now the voicings player is now Ludwig. And if you play the chords in the progression, the voicings fit Beethoven voicing style with no added tensions.